Happy Tuesday! Time for Tidbit Tuesdays. So last week I talked a lot about supplemental insurance concerning critical illnesses, critical care, those kinds of things. So this week I want to talk to you about accident coverage. So it's almost summer, kids are out of school, people are traveling a lot, so you can't plan for an accident. You don't know when they're going to happen. That's why they're called accidents. And again, you're dealing with, if you have a big event, you're dealing with deductibles, out-of-pocket max. If it's a car accident, then you're dealing with auto insurance covering those things. And again, there could be a lot of expenses that are not covered up front because you have deductibles, copays to meet. You're fighting with someone else's auto insurance to get covered for your health needs. Sometimes it's life-threatening stuff and you just obviously go and seek care and get that done. So there's policies out there that cover specifically accidents that will give you, again, lump sum payments and some additional payments, potentially based on what you have done, the diagnosis and the treatment you receive. And these monies can, again, offset your deductibles, your copays, your co-insurance, your out-of-pocket max. Again, if you're hurt badly enough, you may not be able to work for a period of time. These are not disability policies per se, but they act like disability policies because we're providing cash to you that you can use, again, any way you want to, because we don't tell you how to spend the money. But if you have an accident that can be very critical, as far as, again, an expense you are not intending, and it, just like a critical illness, sucks if it happens and you need to take care of it. But I also don't want people going broke or bankrupt because they've had this thing that happened that, there was no way to mitigate that. So keep that in mind, that these accident plans are available. Again, we can put these in place any time of year. Even though I know summer's coming, it made me think about people traveling and stuff like that. And if you're traveling internationally, we can do travel insurance. If you are traveling out of state, you might want to check with me to see if your policy is going to cover you in another state, because a lot of times the policies will only cover for what insurance considers a real emergency. And you can go to the ER and there will be coverage if you have to be hospitalized. But if it's not a real emergency, they're not going to want to cover it if you're out of network. So that'll be important to get in touch with me, and I can tell you how to help mitigate those things too. So again, accident coverage you can get anytime during the year. Get on my calendar. I'm happy to give you a quote and get something in place so you're protected in case an accident happens to you or your family members. Until next week, peace out.